Hello coin collectors out there and friends of you that are watching this video from France. In today's video we will talk about the 1 franc, the center item right here, the half franc and the 5 franc, as well as the 100 franc down here at the bottom. Now I'll move the camera around throughout the video so you'll be able to see all of the coins up close and personal. Now you can see the 1 franc right here, the half franc and the 5 franc down here all have the same design to them, so that's not particularly exciting, but you might be interested in just how many millions of these were produced each year and which years are more rare and valuable than others. So I'll zoom in for you. We're looking at a half franc from 1965. All these two right here have worn out quite differently, and then this one right here from 1977. So as far as the years of production go for the half franc design that we're looking at, they were made from 1964 all the way up until 2001, and then they were replaced by the euro coins, as you know. The value of these coins is 1/2 franc, which is abbreviated .5 FRF. The metal content of these is straight nickel. The weight is 4.5 grams and a very small diameter of 19.5 millimeters. Now you're looking at the reverse side of the coin. Now the reverse side features a olive branch right in the center right here. Then underneath that is the date. And then right here we have liberty, equality, and fraternity, which is the French motto we see appearing throughout a lot of the different France coins that we look at. Now, as far as the highest and lowest years of production, the highest year for this series is going to be kind of toward the beginning. It is 1965. So this one right here, the highest year of production. 1964, interestingly, they only had 515 coins that were produced. So that's kind of like the pre-series release. So they really didn't start coming out until 1965. The other one that I've got right here, 1977. In 1977, there were 131,644,000 of these produced. So over 100 million for all three of the coins that you see right here. Now let's move over onto the 1 franc. So we are doubling in value when we go introduce these coins right here. So we've got a 1970, a 1977, and a 1966. So we'll put these in numeric order, starting with the oldest one on the left right here. Now we can see the same exact design. We haven't flipped it over to the obverse, so I'm saving that for these coins right here because they'll have the same obverse that the half franc did. So we'll skip that for the half franc and then talk about the obverse for the franc coin. So this image right here, you've heard me talk about it many times whenever I get a coin from France. Usually it is the Sawyer. So the Sawyer was a design originally done by Oscar Roti in 1900. It's a national emblem of the French Republic. So that imagery right there is of the Sawyer. I'll zoom in on this one right here in case you're new to the French coins. So down here at the bottom, we see O for Oscar and then Roti, his last name. Going around the outside, we have Republic of France and then the Sawyer right there in the center. Now let's flip it over so I can remind myself what years these coins were produced. So 3 different years right here. 1959 was the first year that they came out. That was a pre-release. Only 4,000 of them were made. Then 1960 was the highest year of production, the first full year. So in 1960 there were 400 million of them made. 1966 there were 38 million of them made. 1970, 42 million, and then 1974, there were 82 million. So the 3 I've got right here, interestingly, all under 100 million as far as a mintage. Now, chances are I would have had one that was 1960, but that isn't the case. These coins were made from 1959 all the way until 2001, so they had the same exact cutoff date as the half franc coins. Now we are going to multiply by 5 to get to the 5 franc coin right here. This one happens to be dated 1971. Interestingly, this wasn't made until 1970. So the half franc started to be made in 1964. The 1 franc started to be made in 1959, and then finally by 1970 they switched over to this design right here. Down at the bottom, we have the particular year of mintage for my coin, which is 1971. 1971, there are 142 million of these made, and that was the highest year of production. Generally, with larger denomination coins, you don't need to make as many because they are more valuable. So that's why the 5 franc has much lower mintage than the 1 franc, and lower mintage than the half franc as well. So the design is the same for this one right here, so we don't need to really dwell on it. My 5 francs got some scratches on it, so would grade probably very good or good condition. Definitely not that almost uncirculated or uncirculated kind. All right, now we are going to this one right here. Now this is a different series, I believe. They probably switched up the denomination and kind of how the currency was recorded, because this one right here is 100 francs. And I don't think there's any way that this coin on the left could be worth 200 times this coin right here. Just no way. So this is from an older time. And this coin was made from 1950 until 1959. Its value, as you can see, based on the face right here, is 100 francs. We see that same motto at the top, liberty, equality, and fraternity. And then on this side of the coin right here, we see fruit and a wheat. So we see some fruit and wheat right here on this side of the coin. Liberty, equality, fraternity at the top, 100 francs, 1955. Now, as far as the mintages go, you might have guessed it, 1955 has the highest mintage. And interestingly, there were 2 different mint marks that were used in 1959. I should clarify that. There were two different minted coins. One had the B mint mark on it, in which there are 136 million, and the other didn't have a mint mark on it, in which there are 152 million of those made. 1954 and 1955 are really the only high years of production for this coin right here. But it's kind of nice that we got a different looking obverse to it than what we've been looking at, the same obverse. So this one right here, the 100 franc coin, it features Le Bandeau. So it's kind of like a feminine feature carrying a torch facing the right. So real quickly rewind, we talked about a 100 franc coin. We then previously talked about a 5 franc coin, a 1 franc coin, and a half franc coin. So we really went from very low to very high in this nice video. Now, if you're new to coin collecting and you enjoyed this video, please do check out some of the other videos on my channel. I think you'll enjoy them a lot as far as entertainment, and hopefully they'll be a little educational for you as well. Thank you very much, everyone, and best of luck coin collecting out there. Enjoy!